Tell me what you got. Let me get my corner side to top and hit the track. Rev me up, my little buttercup. Keep snuggle up and get stuck. Believe it or not, here comes a brother with flow. I'm snuggling, bubbling, overweight up and hungry pro. So what you gonna be? Me or the TV? Stop and your body free. So why don't you just trip? Throw it back. Lay while the product rock the top quick black. Shake me, say me. Don't need to care and come on and take me. Wind your body, baby, move your body. Come on, let's do it, honey. I'm not quite sure as to what is going down, but I'm enjoying my things without this time.
Pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more. Get the party going on the dance floor. See, cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. A place to stay. Yeah, you put it on the floor tonight. Make my day. A place to stay. Yeah, you put it on the floor tonight. Make my day. Make my day. Make my day. My day. Make my day. Stop. Everybody on the floor just pause. Somebody in the middle just move. Get on down to the groove. Break down. The brand new brother in town. Yeah, boy. Go. Brown move. A brother that's so damn cool. Never get paid for a fool. Now it's my turn to rule. Young man, do the back. Something Michael Jackson never had. And you don't sport those cause you don't do the sandwich on the bow. Dope. I wanna rock right now. Say what now? I wanna rock right now. Perform, Jeff. I wanna rock right now. Say what now? I wanna rock right now. Slow it down a little. I wanna rock right now. Say what now? I wanna rock right now. Say what now? I wanna rock right now.
Here it is, the blues slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance that has gotten to be a little bit out of control. It's cool to dance, but what about a groove that soothes the mood romance? Give me a soft, subtle mix. And if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. And think of the summers of the past. Adjust the bass and let the alpine blast. Pop in my CD and let me run around and put your car on cruise and lay back for this summertime.
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Mama G was on the street. Some search for the east, so I can get some funks rolling on the ride, chilling all the time.
It's the east side of the LB. On a mission trying to find me, so girls, they don't keep the tweet. Gonna you search for what's up with 213. 16 in the clip, and 1 in the hole. The dog is about to make somebody turn cold. Now they popping and yelling, it's the tag is late. Nate Dogg and Warren G have to regulate.
The day from the boulevard, I let it. We used to kick routine in the presence was back in the day from the boulevard, I let it. see the date from the boulevard I landed. We used to kick routines in the presence was fitting. The abstract. And leave the 5
We the 5 footer.
So step off the Frankfurter.
Yo, Pipe, you on point, Tip.
That way you still make spiffy like Mr. Clean.
You on point.
I don't
get hey.
Okay, you're on point, Fife.
All the time, Tip.
All the time, Tip. You're on point, Fife. All the time,
Tip. All the time, Tip.
On my phone. Let's
come on, let's party.
How nice I am. Tell your mother, tell your father, send a telegram. I'm like an energizer because you see I last long. The two is never ever whack because we stand strong. And if you take my dollars back, it's where you're dead wrong. I say that body and I'm segundo, then push it along. You be a fool if you're a pop you know, and I know that you know who I am. A special shout out goes out to all my pals you see. And a middle finger goes for all you punk beats. Cause I love it when you're whacking Jesus by me. Think the vex, I will next to none to death me. I'm just a platinum who's top of 3 and very brave. On top of me, no, I'm training cause I misbehave. I come correct and full effect of all my holes in check. And before I get the butt, the gym must be a record. Check the time. Informer, you know they're gonna tell me I'm a man. I keep on down, kick them on the face of them, got some without a land. I keep on down. You know they're gonna tell me I'm a man. I keep on down, kick them on the face of them, got some without a land. I keep on down. So much I left the life I'm gonna get me just back to the phone. So much I left the life I'm gonna get me just back to the phone. So if the word is while I remember to give me that fish on my face. I'm so sick of you and nothing goes in my head. Just to get a piece of it. But she's just undertaking, not knowing that everybody's around the world. I can have a breakdown. Hey,
Come inside, take off your coat, I'll make you feel at home. Now let's go and grab some wine, 'cause now we're all alone. I've been waiting for my time to let me hold you close to me, 'cause I've been dying for you, girl, to make love to me. Girl, you make me good. We can do it till we both wake up. Girl, you know I'm hooked on you. And this is what I'll do. All night, I want
This thing is bigger than Nino Brown. This is big business. This is the American way.
Watching the birds gathering, and all I can do is just want to do is make my point of view, but it's not fair. It's not fair. I just want someone to let me know. I'll always be there when you are there. You know I like to keep my cheek tight. So stay with me and I'll have it made. And I don't understand why I sleep all day. And you're still complaining there's no other day. All I can do is read a book to stay awake. Didn't rip my life away, but it's a great escape.
Man, you know what we do. When we don't.
Hey y'all.
Like
my graphic.
Just over here. I like that, girl. Protecting my peace. I like that. Hey, put that on the shirt. Send it to your boy.
I got you.
Hey, see, you was on that, boy.
It might be the wild back.
Yeah, boy, I was like, that boy on there. I was like, come on, boy, keep playing. Tiffany will slide in a minute. All right. All right, we're going to do the same thing we did, last week, So everybody, so we keep in the flow. But Tiffany slide in. She told me her head was hurting earlier, so it's all good. But she'll slide in. All right, let's get this prayer in, man. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Dear Heavenly Father, man, we come to you right now, Lord. We are excited you woke us up today to be another light and shining in this earth to show people that you are still living, and we exalt your name. Lord, we come to you right now. Thank you for all the many blessings you bestowed upon us. Lord, we ask you to watch over us, protect, and as Bree has it on her screen, protect our peace. Help us not to always hurt us and see the good in us and see what we bring in our own individual way. Lord, thank you for us coming together another time today, just to share our thoughts, our opinions, our thoughts, our dreams, our ambitions, just to teach someone else. And if we can reach one other person today, then I will say for the whole group that we have did our job. Lord, make sure you touch our minds, stir it up in a way where we are giving our good content and good context, and we're helping someone who may just need to have somebody to talk to, someone who's trying to protect their peace or just trying to get back to being normal. Lord, forgive us for all the sins that we have committed knowingly and unknowingly. Continue to guide us in this journey that you call life. Lord, we love you. We thank you. We ask all these things in your Son's name. We pray. Amen. Let's do it.
We're here for a particular reason.
Time to put the kids to bed.
And that reason is...
It's time for the full 180.
What up? How you doing? You know what it is. It's hump day. And we got 2 more days. And guess what? It is the weekend. I am excited to get there. I don't know about y'all, but I need to hurry up. I was looking at the clock today. It was like, it's just 11:30. I feel like I've been here 4 hours. Well, man, it's Wednesday. I'm excited. You know why I'm excited? Because we got touched, we got the woke up, and we get to give you the full 180 one more time. I know you've been waiting for it. Look, I've been getting calls. What y'all doing this Saturday night? Of course, we bring it to you live right here on the full 180. We doing it on Zoom. I got the family in the building. You got to be listening to the sounds of none other than my big brother, Mr. DJ Legend, man. Look, that boy was in there mixing. He had me in here grooving before the actual show started. So, man, I know y'all had a good time. Couple things I want to get into before we get into the show, man. I want to give big shout out to my bro, one of my BFFs, man, my dude. Like, we went to prom together. Mr. Ontario Jones, y'all know him as Bishop OJ, and his wife, lovely wife, Tamika Jones, man. Look, man, he is moving on to big and better things. I am excited for my brother. I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but brother, I want to let you know right here, live, local, from my mouth, man, we love you. Thank you for what you're doing, and keep moving. Wherever you're moving, you know I'm going to follow. We go way back, like 2 flats, bro. So keep doing you. If you need me, I'm here. I'm pretty sure, as well as Charles. Bree don't know you, but I will introduce you to you. I keep telling y'all we're going to have something so y'all can meet all these people. I want to big shout out to my homeboy, my frat brother, Big Mike. Dr. Michael Hicks, man. We just celebrated his father's 60th birthday. That was a good time, man. I treat his father like mine, like he's a father to me. So I want to make sure I gave him that shout out as well. And I want to shout out to all the teachers. School starts back. Y'all ready? What the hell? School is starting back. I know some kids are already in school. Look, see, I was riding down Lamar. You know, Wet and Wild, right? So I'm slipping, right? Because I'm knowing people starting school, but the whole parking lot is full. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Ain't nobody in school. Everybody at Wet and Wild today. And then I was there like, oh, people still at summer school. I mean, doing the summer.
Yeah.
Well,
like, it's only two.
We went back.
I think 2 districts probably started already.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of the teachers, all the teachers are back. We all doing in-service, setting up classrooms, having meetings, and all kinds of stuff. So if the parking lot full, more than likely it's staff.
Oh, okay. Well, done deal, man. Well, look, hey, I want to give teachers a big shout out. I know y'all going back to do it one more time. I don't know with the numbers going up. Y'all gonna be in Zoom, go to me, whatever y'all do, man. Hey, I want to let you know that y'all are the ones that are on the front line. We appreciate what you do. Just in case, you get that riffraff from a parent or whatever the case may be. We thank you because, you got to deal with these crumb snatchers. We had them all summer. Now we need y'all to, babysit a little bit. Bro, you ready to do that little babysitting job? You know what I do?
I don't babysit. I teach.
I see. Well, I
do not babysit because I tell them, look, if you don't want to do, if your mama think I'm finna babysit, you finna be at home with your mama because I ain't babysitting. I'm teaching.
Well, look, man, we appreciate all the teachers, principals, parents. Hey, man, we know I can only sit back and imagine the struggle it is. But these three know offhand. So, man, look, definitely want to give y'all a big shout out. Without any further ado, man, you know how we're going to do. We're going to jump into it like we did yesterday. It's time to go above and beyond. 3-piece, please, with none other than Mr. DJ Legend. He's behind the art. Give us the update, Kinfolk, about what's going on in the world of sports.
I want to talk about the NBA right now.
Yes, sir.
Free agency. The Lakers done pulled the head out of everything. They got Redwood, they got Carmelo, they got the Dwight Howard back. They still got Marc Gasol. They got some young boys. They got Wayne Ellington. Man, with the little money that they had, they went out and got all them. They got a whole pretty much squad, pretty much same type of squad. Excuse me. Same type of squad as New Jersey is the Knicks, you know what I'm saying? But the NBA is throwing out that money. Steph Curry just signed a 4-year deal, $215 million extension.
What?
That starts after this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Trae Young got an extension, $207 million for 4 years. Oh yeah, they throwing out money, man.
Bro, so it's so funny because I was talking. Tiffany called me and told me about the Lakers, and then she was running down to me the list of everybody who was getting, 44, 54. I ain't never heard a contract for 200 something. Not in the NBA.
It's the
NFL,
it's the
yes,
first
but
one.
not NBA.
It's pretty much the first one. So just imagine what Giannis is gonna get with his extension.
Man, and he can get in the door. He got the MVP twice. Oh, he's sick. He's sick.
I can see him reaching close to 300 million.
Wow. Okay, man. I'm look. But what? So let me ask you this: why the NBA throwing out so much bread?
Well, you gotta think about it. That's why they had to. That's why they made sure they did the bubble, because that's a lot of money that they was losing from ticket sales, jersey sales, television. They got all these deals, these endorsement deals. You got the stadiums, all that stuff. So the luxury tax is going up. So they get to throw out more money.
They got a COVID relief plan.
A stimulus. Hey,
I like that, Bree.
Hey,
I like that, Bree.
But I seen a list of players, man. I'm like, this dude on the average, like, who it is? It's one dude, he on the average like 10 points a game. He got a 3-year deal, $50 million. You got players that's coming off the bench, getting 4-year deals, 3-year deals, $90 million, $74 million. Chris Paul just signed another extension for $120 million for 4 more years to stay with Phoenix.
That was smart.
Man, DeMar DeRozan is finna go. He's finna be a Chicago Bull. He left the Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge is thinking about
hometown.
He trying to come back.
Cool.
He stopped because he had that heart issue.
Right.
He's trying to make a comeback, so he probably gonna try to go back to the Nets or something, try to get it going. But man, the NBA, they are throwing out that money for real.
Man, okay.
So with the Olympics, did y'all check out the hurdles, the 400-meter hurdles?
I seen the recap. I didn't see the whole thing.
Man, both of them broke the record again.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they broke the record again. So Sidney McLaughlin and Muhammad, man, that was a race. That was a good race. The 200 meters was good. DeGrasse from Canada won.
Okay.
Hendrickson from United States, he got second, and Noah Lyles got third. But you got to watch out for this 17-year-old that's from the United States. He just 17, just got out of high school. He got 4th, but the dude got some wheels on him.
He gonna run the 4x. He gonna be in the 4x1.
Most likely.
Man, that's what I'm waiting for, bro. I got to see that.
Tonight they doing the relays tonight.
Oh, okay. So I'll definitely be watching tonight.
Yeah, so they're doing the relays tonight. So they're gonna replay everything all over again. But yeah, the Olympics been good, man. Simone Biles got 3rd on the balance
I seen that
beam and everything. She did it. You know what I'm saying? So right now, that's pretty much what's going on in sports right now. This is gonna get in this worship. This word sponsored by TCB Oils.
TCB, look, and I like how you throw it, brother. You so right. Hey, before we get to church announcements and I hit the song, check this. I'll let Tiffany bring it up to church announcement about fellas. Rihanna, that's who you need to get right now.
Yeah.
What Rihanna do?
Tiffany gonna tell you.
Uh-oh.
Well, I tell you. Yep. If you didn't get it on Monday or Sunday, she brings it to you on Wednesday. Let the doors be open for our announcements with our very own First Lady, your Hey Ladies, none other than Miss Tiffany E, all the way from K-Mo-C. This how she do it.
Yeah, we finna set it off. You hear me? I'm finna put you in the trash can. I'm tired of you. Y'all annoying me right now, for real. You wanna talk? You wanna run your mouth? You want some cake to scratch? Be a shit.
We may have to do something.
Be a shit.
I don't know. The face might not be ready.
Mine right.
Hello, everybody in 4180 Lane. I'm coming to you with the full 180 church announcement. We have our sponsorship and combo program. It's $50 for the weekly package and $150 for the monthly package. For you private investors, please email us at the 4180convo at gmail.com. If you want to be a private investor, we will accept you wholeheartedly. We have our back to school bash that is going on with women walking with a purpose wax. It'll be hot dogs, chips, juice, and a snack cake, and all of that will be provided. There will be free school supplies for pre-K through the 12th grade for those that have children in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It will be Saturday, August the 7th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Our very young DJ Trickery will be on the ones and twos at the bash, and it will be held at the Fort Worth ISD Family Action Center at 5500 North Street there in Fort Worth, Texas. So I am a part of what I'm excited to have you come out and be a part of it. We have the Neo Soul Vendor Experience on the 15th of August between 12 and 5 p.m. It is free to the public. If you are wanting to be a vendor, it is $50 for the fee. And to get in contact with Antoine White to be a vendor, his number is 314-630-4465. And also, we have on the 11th of September, the Get It Girl HBCU Scholarship Dance Off. It is $150 to be a part of, or to be a dance team, should I say. I kept asking the 4180, they don't want to dance with me, so I guess we're not going to have a drill team going on. But it will be held at the South Oak Cliff High School, and there is a $500 cash prize. So if you teams are not registered, go ahead and get registered for the Get a Girl HBCU Scholarship Dance Off. And we have on August the 7th, which is this Saturday as well, Fabulously Funny Comedy Show, featuring a plethora of comedians, Trip J, Big King, Shawnee B, and the headliner will be Celebrity the Comedian. And it is in celebration of the owner at That Damn Dacry, Mr. Marcellus. King Marcellus is on the flyer. Again, that is going to be on Saturday, the 7th, starting at 7 p.m. And the host will be the very own Corey Cat Hill, y'all. He's hilarious. So if you have nothing to do, get out there in Duncanville and participate. It is $15 for the pre-sale ticket, and it's $20 at the door. So get out there and celebrate. And last but not least, we have Hey Lady, featured by you, yours truly, me, Tiffany E, on Saturdays at 11 o'clock via Zoom. We have good topics, we have good information, and we as women get together with no pettiness, no drama, no judgment, and just talk and have a good time with each other. So if you're looking to have that kind of atmosphere, that kind of joy, that kind of situation in your life, join us on Saturdays at 11 o'clock via Zoom for Hey Lady, featuring yours truly, DJ Tricky is back here for all of the announcements. And Fridays, it is
my
not.
My bad.
It's all good. Fridays, karaoke night at That Damn Dacry. Y'all, Briz come out. Charles has been there. If you haven't seen Miss Roy, you're missing a treat. Man.
Tiffany performed.
I said Miss Roy. But we have a really good time at That Damn Dacry on Fridays, featuring our very own again, DJ Tricky, on the ones and twos. So karaoke is between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. And the after party featuring Frequency the Band is between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. again in Duncanville. So if you have nothing to do on Fridays, it is karaoke night at That Damn Dacry. Y'all, it gets live out there. So this is what Gregory was talking about earlier with Rihanna.
Charles, listen.
Read today that Rihanna is now a billionaire.
Charles, how many zeros is that?
A whole
Not a zero.
zeros in there.
That's a lot of zeros, man.
Saw the announcement today that Rihanna is officially a billionaire. She has joined the ranks with all the other billionaires. I'm proud of her. I said, go Riri, honey.
Man,
Do your thing.
already.
Do your
Already.
thing. That's
Bree,
doing really
Bree,
good.
Tiffany, we waiting on y'all.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. Huh?
Look, we waiting on y'all. Look, whoever get there first, got to make a job for everybody else so they can quit their regular job.
Of course.
Right, but I'm gonna do that before I get to millionaire.
I'm
saying that would be well before then.
Hey, look.
We're gonna be
Bree
moving
about
on
to be
now.
Bree, don't say that because you about to be a doctor. Ooh, that doctor in front of your name. I did, ooh, girl, you don't know how to act. So she's gonna be brand new. I can't hang with you.
Whatever.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll take that. So I'm gonna give it to you now, man. Your motivational quote, or should I say your Wisdom Wednesday. This is the quote today. God is teaching you how to be silent in a frustrated season. The less you say, the more he moves. So do yourself a favor. Stay silent. Look, man, we're going to go and get into it. I know you waiting for it, so we're going to go into the show. Let me tell you how this came about. Shout out to my homegirl, Nisa. She just had surgery. She's at home wrestling and healing and whatever the case may be, but she hit me with a question. And I was just like, it was totally out the blue. And she said it too, like, oh, this is random. Yeah, it is random. And what are you doing? So the question is, and this is where it came from the topic of the show. She asked me, excuse me for a minute. So what she asked, she says, your soulmate, are they the same as the love of your life? Or could it be two different people? Part two to that question, is there anything greater than having a soulmate? So I thought it would be interesting, because she always heard me talk, to get other people's ideas. And if you're watching the show for the first time, thank you for joining us. Make sure you like our pages. We want you to be a part of the show. So chat, comment. I mean, we try to get everything in while we're doing it. We want you to be a part of the show. You got something you want to say, a question or anything? This is a judgment-free zone. This is just perspectives on certain ways of 4 different people, ways of where they come from and their background, whatever. So we want you to be a part of the show. So, you know, I was like, hey, you know, that's a good thought. I never thought, you know, because, you know, that's the cliche. Oh, I'm marrying my soulmate. Are you really marrying your soulmate? Or is it just a life partner? Or are you supposed to marry your soulmate? And what does your soulmate look like?
And is a soulmate a husband or a wife? It could be a
Come on, look, because your soulmate could be your homeboy. But are you supposed to be with him? So let's dive into it. You know, I like to do, like my girl, Miss Dr. Bree, she appreciates me. I like to do my research. And why I said Dr. Bree, if you ain't got this book, go get it. Finally free. She wrote it.
Yeah, I need to make that billion.
It's a good read. It's a good read. So I'm going to give you the definition of what it says. It says a soulmate. A soulmate is a person whom one has a feeling of deep or natural affinity. This may involve similarity, love, romance, platonic relationship, comfort, intimacy, sexuality, sexual activity, spiritually, compatibility, and trust. Now, in the definition of a life partner, it states that it's either a member of a couple in a sexual or romantic relationship that is regarded as permanent. It says, what does it mean? It says a life partner means a person who is a party to this definitely say a heterosexual or a homosexual relationship with the employee that is intended to be permanent, excluding any other person, and involves cohabitation. Life partner means an individual who lives with a member as a spouse, but without being legally married. So, you know me. So I'm gonna ask y'all. That's what we call definition, or I like to give facts. But what is y'all give me in a couple sentences? What is your idea, or what is your definition of soulmate and life partner? And are they the same?
I would say, it may sound like weird to say, but I believe a soulmate is someone who can really like match your energy. They kind of understand you without words spoken. You kind of share the same thoughts without outwardly expressing it. But you know, that sounds great. You have those type of connections with different people, but it's really, it's like to me it's like a thin line to know. Like I don't know if you have just like, there's just one person that does that. I don't know if I necessarily believe in the soulmate.
Okay. Still,
I think a soulmate knows you in and out. They just get it. It just clicks. It's no, even in disagreements, it's no drama behind it all. They match your heartbeat. It's so much deeper to me than a life partner. A life partner doesn't necessarily have to be as a soulmate. Doesn't have to be a um a relationship. It could be as far as intimate. It could be a best friend. Like I know my best friend is my best friend for life. I'm praying, but I know because we didn't been through it all together. And so, and we still are very good friends. You know, so I just don't think a life partner is as deep as a soulmate. That's just me personally. That's Tiffany, obviously, that's not Bible. But a soulmate is somebody that just you comfortable with them. You can be vulnerable. You can give you them and they can give them to you. All of it. You know, I mean, this is my take.
Caesar Leo.
Man. Now Tiffany made a good point on that one. For me, like a soulmate, you're gonna have that spiritual bond with that soulmate. A life partner, like I said, like Tiffany said, it could be your friend, you know, homeboy, best friend, whatever. That's a life partner. You connected like intellectual. I can't even say the word. Intellectual. Well, you emotionally and you connected. But
of course, it's all good.
But no, it's just soulmate it makes your life easier with a soulmate. Like you can be like again what Tiffany said, you can be vulnerable, you can talk about everything, you can talk about everything in the book. Like you just get naked with them.
Glad you said that.
So,
you know,
interesting.
Go ahead, Bree.
I found some interesting statistics. Of course, you know, when you come to statistics, it just depends on who's polling and where they pulling the information from. But this particular one says that 73% of Americans, we just talking about America because this is where we are, believe in soulmates. And it says more men than women believe they are destined to find their one true soulmate. 74% of males, over 71% of females. And it says that 79% of people younger than age 45 believe in soulmates, while only 69% of those over 45 do. I think that's interesting. I wonder like where the age breakdown is and how the definition of soulmates change. And I got that from scienceofpeople.com.
Go ahead, Bree. Not Bree. Go ahead, Tiff.
So what I was going to say was, I read something, of course, on Google. Depends on who wrote it and how they felt. But it says a partner tries to understand your feelings while a soulmate feels your feelings. A partner wants to hear your thoughts. A soulmate already knows them. A partner encourages you to shoot for your dreams. A soulmate won't let you settle for anything else. A partner doesn't want to live without you. A soulmate finds it impossible. A partner has dreams and hopes that you are in them. A soulmate has dreams that always contain you. A partner will hide part of themselves while a soulmate will open their entire soul. I thought that was good.
Wow,
that's real good. So Bree, I'll give you my answer, then I'm gonna go back to the 69%. I like what you said. I like what you said that. So what I said, when I was asked, I said, I think ideally we make up in our head or something triggered us to say this person is our soulmate because they are fulfilling a need we want. But is it truly what you need? And what I mean by that is I use this analogy in my previous situation when I said, this is why I say I want someone to be what God needs them to be for me, and not what I want, because sometimes what you want is fleshly. The thought is a fleshly thing. It's not necessarily a long-term thing. It's that, oh, I want to hit that right now because it look good. Or, yeah, I'm gonna marry you, but then you don't, say you just don't know you're not thinking down the road, like, okay, I'm gonna marry you now, but is this gonna be, are you thinking 6 years from now? Are y'all still gonna be in a compatible way of where you can still cohabitate? Some people, and I say that only because some people settle. One, because they feel like they can't find anyone else. So, or some people, like, I'm gonna go to the 69-year-old thing. I think when the 69% of those people, those are people that may have been, I'm gonna say one or two things. I could be wrong. May have been married 1, 2, or 3 times and tired of doing that, or tired of feeling deflated or defeated from divorce, or they get to the point where they stop marrying for love and now they're marrying for other reasons. I just want my needs to be met. Mm-hmm. So to go along with Tiffany said, he said, there's 18 signs, I'm gonna give you 9. It says, you just know. This is when you know you find your soulmate. They're your best friend. You feel a sense of calm when around them. You have extreme empathy for them. You respect each other. You balance each other out. You agree about the important things. You share the same life goals. And then it says, what is deeper than a soulmate? So I'm gonna ask that question. What to y'all, is there anything deeper than a soulmate?
Man. That's all.
Quiet. I like that quiet. Talk to me.
That said that I looked up something that says they're actually them is deeper, and it's what I saw. It was called twin flames.
Ah, come on! You doing the same research I'm doing. I was getting to that. It's a setup. Come on.
And it said twin flame relationships aren't necessarily about love, and it often requires a great deal of inner work for 2 twin flames to make a partnership work. That's what I saw, and I was like, interesting. What is your take, Gregory?
I'm gonna say this, and Bree, you can say what you need to say. It says that she said something deeper. That's where your twin flame comes in. It refers to a mirror soul, or the other half of your soul, which can sometimes bring about even deeper connections than meeting your soulmate would. The person can completely change the course of your life and you theirs. First of all, when I read that, I'm going to honestly say, I don't think I met nobody that can change the course of my life yet. So I guess I ain't married no. Well, I take that back. I did, or I have. But
are we talking
before
about
that,
in a positive way?
what's it? Oh, I'm talking about. No, yeah. Look, I learned a lot from those 2 years. A lot about me, a lot about, because at one time I was done with a relationship. I was done trying, tired of going through the rigmarole. Or in my world, what I say is I'm tired of getting it wrong and I'm ready to get it right. So then I had to check me first. And then once I checked me and some other things, and then I thought I was doing it right with someone else and got, deflated, defeated, whatever you want to call. And then here comes along this person and they was ready from the back. Once they figured out what I was, who I was, and what I was saying, my actions met my words, and I'll show up for them, then they was ready. But I was the one holding up the pace because you got people in your ear telling you, you moved too fast last time. Or, maybe you need to wait and find out some more. When I should have already been in there probably 6 months after we met. But that was my problem, not her problem. So this here, when I read it, it was like, it is possible, but I'm just like, do you really meet somebody that could change the course of your life? in, like Brett Bree say, either in a good way or a bad way. Because you could meet somebody and now you paying taxes on something you don't even own.
I can say I met someone that changed the course of my life years ago. And I am grateful for him all day long. I'm grateful for him. And that's in a good way. It's not even in a bad way. I am just grateful for what I saw in him and what the way he changed. And it was nothing that was necessarily just a brand. It was just an eye-opening situation. It was just a matter of sitting down, talking, words exchanged. And it was just like, wow. So it was, I'm grateful. I need to actually tell him I'm grateful. Thank you.
Okay, got something. Okay, can your life partner turn into a soulmate?
Good question. I like that.
Because I'm be honest with you, the person I'm with now, Kenyatta, she has both. I feel like she's like my soulmate and my partner because she supports it both. She has both of those things that just it makes our relationship easy. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about everything. We can argue, but still laugh about it later. We could just she supports me, I support her. You know, that emotion. We like sometimes we'll finish. This is crazy. We'll finish each other's sentences sometimes.
Oh, that's a sign to me. Oh, that is a sign to me.
And it's like that's why I was just wondering. I'm like, well, can a life partner become a soulmate?
That's a good question.
So when you say that, so let me ask you this. With that being said, I'm gonna add to it, just y'all can think about it. So would you say you fallen in love with someone that is, because they say normally when you fall in love with someone, that is often done based on euphoric feelings of infatuation. We think about the person constantly craving connection with them, both physically and emotionally. We want to know their thoughts, feelings, wants, and needs. But with that being said, is that enough to call somebody your soulmate?
No, it gets deeper.
Yeah, it's deeper than that. And I think sometimes
it's deeper,
it's almost like when I think about it, I think about like a blessing from God. Like it's just some things you just can't run from even when you try. And so if this person is your soulmate, even if you don't see it or you don't want to admit it or whatever at first, you don't have a choice but for it to be revealed. That person is going to, if they're your true soulmate, it's going to come up anyways, no matter what you do. Even if you try to, avoid it or, some people self-sabotage because it's like, it's too good. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, is this for real?
Selfish.
Yeah. So, if it's that, then, if they're your soulmate, they're your soulmate, no matter what you do. And you may get together, you may break up and be away from each other for a while and end up coming back around and it just be, better than it was before. But if that person is meant to be your soulmate, they're your soulmate. Even beyond, romantic relationships, even with friendships, you know what I'm saying? So
I totally agree 100% with that person. 100%. It's nothing you can do to run from it. And again, you can be apart for years. I know couples that have divorced who were meant to be together and remarried, never had been with anyone outside of them. So it is one of the truest statements ever. When that person is out there who you're supposed to be with, whether you've been with them or have not been with them, in God's will, they resurface. And you can't unnecessarily hide from it. But again, God's will, it's gonna end up coming back full circle. Even when you tell yourself, I don't want them, nope, I'm good, don't ever want it. And it's something that just pulls it back together. And I've seen relationships be much stronger afterwards. So I agree 100%.
So it states soulmates are meant to be together in some ways. It's not always romantic. But don't start getting disappointed. Where romantics aren't involved, there's a great chance to blossom a lasting friendship. soulmates honestly make the best friends. Now, the reason why I don't necessarily agree with that statement or what it says here, and like I said, this is just me doing research and reading things, and then because then you read something else. So, well, let me put it this way: how many of us marry their best friend?
Was that
well? My first husband was my best friend. We were friends in high school. I actually used him to make a boyfriend jealous in high school, and then we ended up connecting in college, and we were really good friends. But then somewhere around the long lines, we fell in love and got married, had kids, all that stuff. But obviously that wasn't the soulmate, or I don't, that brings me another question though. Like, if they're your soulmate, like, are they, well, we never mind, we answered that question.
No, say it.
Because I just thought about what Tiffany said about if it's meant to be, it'll come back. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't talking about my first husband, but I'm just saying, like, in other situations, do y'all feel like it may have been a soulmate situation. They may have been a soulmate, but somewhere around those lines, those soul ties broke. You know what I'm saying? That connection was severed some type of way. Like, they were your soulmate, but something happened to where that connection was lost.
Well, like they cheated on you or something like that, or
well, I mean, she said if it's meant to be, it'll come back. So it wouldn't matter if I cheated or not.
Yeah.
That's why I said I thought about what Tiffany says when we were talking about, like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be regardless, because then there comes in forgiveness, and then you move on. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've ever met my soulmate. I don't know. Maybe I have, and I'm still, it's the guy still working, getting us connected somewhere, somewhere down the line. I don't know, but I don't know if I ever met mine.
I think we tend to move towards what's easy, and we reject what's hard.
Mm.
So, because what's hard sometimes, or what I may call difficult, what's difficult is what you, in my mind, it becomes more prosperous down the road. If it's too easy, so let me explain it this way. I'm sorry. Let me explain it this way. I tend to say that if you're doing something and stuff start going wrong, when the devil see that you're doing something good and he starts shifting or things that start popping up in your life, that means you're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't have, and I've heard what's my girl name who sings, Fantasia's husband say that, if everything in your life is so easy, then you might want to be like, okay, what's going on? But if you're moving and things are happening and you have hiccups here, hiccups there, minor hiccups, it's like, hey man, you're doing something right. That's why you having all these hiccups. Or like, somebody, if you're doing something right and then somebody out the blue just comes out of nowhere with some negativity. You ain't been nowhere, you ain't talked to nobody. It's like, what? So it's, and that's when I try to be slow to talk and just sit back and try to process. Or I even want to know, figure if I want to give it energy. But I think sometimes we reject the hard things. We reject the one you're difficult with. Like I've told a friend, I was like, it's funny how the dude who really after you between your legs, you have less conflict with him than you have the dude that's after your brain or after your heart. It's like, why you always have conflict with these people? But the one who you just, smashing, hitting, laying down, whatever case may be,
because sex
ain't no conflict. Ain't no conflict.
Easy. Sex is easy.
But it's conflict here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and we always say faith without works is dead. Well, I always say works without faith is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't be challenged, in my opinion. A lot of people don't, they reject the heart because it's an internal thing. Mm-hmm. We always have to go back to our own selves when it comes to these kind of situations. What you got to evaluate you. What is in you that is saying this is too difficult? Now, there are some people that are just difficult. Let's just put that out there. Some people just got issues and they got stuff going on. But when you get someone that really does have your best interest at heart, but not going to agree with everything you do, we tend to reject those people.
It's that pushback. It's that pushback.
Absolutely. That's I have something. It says type soulmate. One says a romantic soulmate, soul partner, karmic soulmate, companion soulmate, a kindred soulmate, and then there are soul contracts.
Mm.
Now, the soul contract, I want to read that one. I'm not going to read it.
Yes, let's read these soul contracts.
But I'm going to read it. It said, this is an interesting type of soulmate because it's when two people are bound by common commitment to speak the truth, be emotionally open with one another, own up to deceits, and be authentic. A soul contract might look like a married couple where one spouse cheated, but they stay together, not for the kids or appearances, but because there's a deep law of attraction within pulling them together for a lifetime.
I was just gonna say that sounds like a marriage.
That sounds like Illuminati.
Yeah.
I can't stand you. I really can't.
And if I was around, you'd get ahead.
They give blood sacrifices, man.
Tall. Later, I'm gonna give you that. Oh, soul contracts, man. That's pretty good. I like it. No, that's good. That's something to think about. Well, look, if you just tuned in, we are talking about, hey, your soulmate. Is it truly your life partner? And is there something more than a soulmate? And we just, we talked about that earlier. It was called mirroring souls. Before we continue the conversation, we want to get into none other than my girl. You got to have it. She gonna give it to you, and she be a doctor in about a year. So go on, let us have it, Dr. B. What's your thought of the day?
I got it. Well, we're talking about soulmate. So I found something that I thought was very, very interesting, and it was very I don't know the word I'm looking for, but we're speaking on the side this topic of soulmate. It is someone who challenges you to be better, someone who can't stand seeing you sad, someone who stays faithful, loyal, and committed to you, someone who helps take care of you when you're sick, someone who stands by your side through the good days and the bad days, and someone who wants to grow old and great with you. And I just thought that kind of hit me a lot in an area that I thought had turned cold for a little while. We call it the heart.
Okay.
And so yeah, I mean, I'm glad that we're talking about this topic because, everybody isn't your soulmate. Just because you're in love with somebody or that you like somebody or in deep like, they're not your soulmate. And I think we throw that word around a lot and get to the point where we start to give up on relationships because we think this person's my soulmate just because it looks good right now, because that representative was everything that I am.
Oh, right.
And then you find out later it's not. So I would say, just be very careful about using that word soulmate. It might just be a soul like or a soul time.
Just an attraction.
Or a soul sex, you know what I'm saying? It may not be.
Or a contract.
A contract. That is my word of the day.
Appreciate you, Dr. B, man. Always giving it raw and uncut. Look, man, we got a couple comments and questions. So, JH say, what's up, boy? Glad you could join in. He say, can you have a soulmate for a moment in time? Tiffany?
Say that again.
Can you have a soulmate for a moment in time?
I mean, I suppose so. I mean, if that's what you think that person is at that time. I mean, it just all depends on the person. If you ask.
I mean, based to me, I was gonna say, based to the definition, I can't have a soulmate a moment in time because that's normally when you talk about soulmate, that's a life commitment.
Right.
In my mind. So yeah. And then it says, can sex tie your soul and create a soulmate? I think Bree and Tiffany just answered that. Kim Caked Up, what's happening? She says, so men come to heal, repair, upgrade, restore, uplift, and bring out the best in a woman. You know, Kim, that was on my paper too. Because, you know, that's a cliche, or I'm going to say that's something that women say, you know, girl, you either he here for a reason, season, or whatever case. And then even they say this too, which is very good. But my thought process is, you know, when they speak of these things, it's always a man come. What does a woman do? What does she come in? Because if I'm coming in doing all this, what are you doing?
The same.
Are you really doing the same? Are you really doing the same? Or are you just receiving? Now, mind you, it says in the good book,
you're supposed to be doing this. I mean, you're supposed to be doing the same for each other. I mean,
now be real. Y'all be real 100 with yourself. Y'all was
just
when
in
y'all
a
was
different
receiving.
way. It's just that it just in different ways. I mean, I just feel like men and women just do the things in different ways. It just depends on the relationship.
And I agree with that. And I think some people feel like what is being given should be given back. And it doesn't always go that way. Where you could be given one way, she could be your peace. He could be your peace. Where you're doing something else, they could be your strength. It really just depends. And I think most people need to really get out of, if you're giving to receive in the first place, you got this all mixed up.
And that just comes back down to it's just gonna look different. It's gonna be a different perception. It's the way you receive it, it's just gonna be different. It was something I was gonna say that Greg was saying. He says all the time, I don't remember what it was, but I know a lot of people say perception is reality, and really not. Perception is perception. It's just how you see things. Just because it looks one way to one person, it may not look that way to the other person. Oh, it was Greg said they give you what you need, not necessarily what you want. So just when you look into somebody else for a certain answer, it may not come back in the way of a gentle spirit that you wanted it to come in. It may come in that not I want to say aggressive tone, but it may come in a right here in your face. This is what you need to hear, and this is the way you need to hear it so you can get it, and it's out of love. So that's why I say sometimes it's gonna come different ways. I do believe that both need to be able to do those things, but both need to also understand that it's going to look differently.
Okay. I mean, so then when Tiffany, I can't remember everything you said, but when you said it, when you said they're they're doing it to get something out of it, there's a word that I've came to realize called reciprocity. Requires people to be invested in their relationship. So it goes further to say if a relationship is important enough to them, partners will be emotionally invested in enough to work at building and maintaining it. And the word I want to focus on is maintaining it. Because some of us, and I'll raise my hands too, some of us, we get into these relationships and they are good and we get complacent. We don't maintain it. There's not, and ain't a word, but I don't know one person who has kept up everything they did when they first met somebody. Sure. I can raise my hand and say that. It may because, me DJing all the time or this and that. It was some things I was doing in the beginning and wasn't doing, but then I got back to them or whatever the case may be. But the maintaining it is the important part. So that's why when that phrase is said, and there's nothing wrong with that phrase. I get that, and Kim Caked Up is right. But it's like this should be a two-way street. It should be I just told my mother, you have to get into the other person. You are going to have to learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
And I think with maintaining, what I would say with maintaining and add to that is maintaining the growth, maintaining the willingness to grow. Because like you say, nobody's gonna always do what they started doing in the beginning, because things just change, times just change. But being able to understand that, you know, if I'm expecting flowers every Monday and a Monday come through and a person, you know, wasn't able to give me those flowers, maybe something came up and they just weren't able to do that. And I understand that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to get all upset and say, well, you don't love me no more because you didn't give me my Monday flowers. You know what I'm saying? So you just have, the maintaining part, I feel like, is the willingness to grow and to be better.
And what I meant by in regards to the giving and the receiving, what I meant was, unfortunately, there are some people out there that only give wanting something in return. It's almost sort of like manipulation. Like, I'm gonna give you this so I can get this in return, where it's not of the heart, genuine.
Yeah.
Like, how many of you can say that you've given and given, and it came back in return, not even from that person, but you really either weren't expecting to get anything back, or you never even told nobody what you gave. I can raise my hand. I've given and given and given, didn't expect it back, number one. And two, nobody even knew I gave it. And that is what Bible is at the end of the day. I'm not trying to take it all off into how Christianity thing. However, there are some people, like I said, that use that, well, I'm gonna give to get what I want, and then get mad when it don't come back. Well, your intentions weren't good in the first place. So if your intentions, so that's the best word I can use. If your intentions are not good, when it comes to giving, don't do it. You know what I mean? Because if your intentions are to give, to only receive back because you have an agenda, then you're not doing it for the right reason. Again, we can all raise our hand and say we've given the people a plethora of things, and nobody even know what we've done. That's how it should be.
Okay. So it also said, so let me ask y'all this. So we talk about soulmates, right? And I say, hey, you know, you my soulmate. You know what I'm saying? You all these things. So do soulmates still cheat? I'm just saying.
So well, the contract. The contract. You remember the contract?
The contract.
Okay, so I want to answer this question from what I thought. Well, the first thing that popped up to my head.
I like that.
There is physical cheating. There's in my mind, there's three types of cheating. There's the time cheating, there's the emotional cheating, and there's the sexual cheating. Okay. And when I say time, I'm saying like you're spending time with someone else and taking away time from the person you're with, because you know what I'm saying? And that's not an official thing. That's just something I just think of that. I feel like if you're not spending time with me and you constantly spending time with somebody else, homeboys, you always gone when I really need you to be with me, that's time cheating to me. And so I think that when we talk about cheating, I think it's purely surface when it comes to like the soulmate situation. You could still be with your soulmate, but you just have surface needs, or not even say needs. You got just surface things that you're trying to keep. Especially like when it comes to sex, you know, I just want to see if I still got it. I don't really feel nothing for this other person. I just want to know I still got it. But I love my woman and she everything I need her to be. You see what I'm saying?
I like that surface needs. That's good, Bree.
So
I like that. Oh, okay. I'm about to act like surface need.
I mean, it's real.
But it goes back to what I said earlier. I think sometimes there's something in us that triggers that. So I was laughing earlier, not at y'all, but Kim kicked us and man, when we gonna be able to call in? Kim, don't do me like this. Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this. And then Kim say, okay.
So I wonder, do people be trying to find their soulmate through their signs, like a Cancer with a Taurus, or
yes, they do.
I know people. I don't understand why would you even do that? How?
Well, I know one thing. I never dated Aries and never be my soulmate. Now I might.
But it wasn't the problem that he was an Aries. It was just the problem that what he needs.
I don't believe in all that stuff, though. I mean, all that signs and stuff is just characteristics that are similar because these people fall into these different months or time frames, and I don't know how much credit I give to the whole signs. Oh, I'm matched up with a Virgo. It's the only
that's
Virgo
a strong word. A strong word.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to think. I'm saying I have never dated a Virgo, but then I think about I did date a Virgo one time, and that's supposed to be my matchup. We perfect. We supposed to be together type, and the dude was trash. So like,
why was he trash? He wasn't meeting the surface need.
Huh?
Personality.
What was he not meeting the surface need or the deeper need? Which one was it?
Let me pick 5. I couldn't understand what he was saying. There was no pronunciation of words. I don't think he could read after I found a couple. And we went out on a date and he didn't know what to order because I don't think he could read. Found out he was still living with different people. I mean, it was just a whole bunch of different stuff, and we was just like, all this stuff came out later, and it was like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. And it's just a personality. He just was not. We couldn't have a conversation. It was just like,
So the representation got you in the beginning, but then you found out the truth.
Yep.
JA says, "Oh, that surface need was met."
You could have taught him how to read.
No, it didn't even get that far. It didn't get that far.
Okay.
You could have taught him how to read, though, Bree. You a teacher.
See, Todd, I ain't gonna say that too. Oh wow.
I teach kids and young and no.
So JA say, I feel soulmates can cheat, and unfortunately, that would break the soul. Definitely depending on the understanding and forgiveness or the other person. He said, Bree, he must have did something right in the beginning to get your attention before you got there. Hey, and Bree said this, so I'm gonna ask this question, man. Have we turned love into something very, very petty?
What you mean?
Okay, this is just me listening to you. This is my reaction to that. When you said the brother couldn't read, he couldn't do this, it's like, are we that petty enough sometimes? And I'm not saying your situation, I'm just talking about any situation. Have we grown to be that petty enough where if it's like the littlest thing will get you to walk away from what God sent you your way? Like he could not him, but you can receive somebody that is your blessing, is your life partner, is your soulmate. But you walked away from him, or he walked away from her over the littlest thing.
But see, that's the thing. Like it could be a thing here and a thing here and a thing here. Because I have things that are things that people won't just get about me and won't like about me. I mean, that's not what it was. But when it's like, it's just a lot of things and you don't even see the potential of those things coming together.
Man, if you taught him how to read, he probably been like Obama by now, son.
So let's be, to answer the question, yes, we can be petty. Let's just go and sum it up. We can be petty.
I think sometimes we I ask that question and I think about it. There may have been some time where I was just real petty about like she was this and that, but that one thing it was just like, I can't, bro. I just can't. I don't know. I don't know why. But then when I stop and think about it, hell, it was probably something about me. She probably said, I just can't do it.
And guess what? That's where a lot of people go wrong when it comes to relationships. They're so busy pointing what they can't deal with, what they can't do. How do you know your significant other is looking at you and having the same thought? Woo, I can't. That one right there, boy, crazy. It's a two-way.
I can't deal with him farting in my face. I can't deal with him doing this.
And he was saying, I hate when she do that. I mean,
right. But then you go home, you're not going nowhere. And that was leading me to this statement. Y'all can finish it if not. I think when I read the whole life partner and soulmate, whatever, whatnot, my thing is, what my mentality is, I'm not in search of trying to find love. I am in search of just finding a friend. What I mean by that, if some women would understand, your dude really wants you to be his homeboy, but be a female all day. We don't have to like everything, but get into me and I'm gonna get into you. Even if it's something I don't like, then I should have an open mind enough to be like, hey, let's do it. But I think we always search for love when we're looking for a soulmate. We're looking for love as a life partner, or some of us just looking for the who gonna give it up that night. And if it's easy to get it, so if it's easy to get it, it's like, oh, okay, cool. But then you figure out you can't live with all them issues. You can't deal with all that backyard stuff at all. So I think it when I read this, it's like in my mind, I think I've gathered that I'm not looking for the soulmate. I'm not looking for the life partner. I'm really like somebody, a best friend type of love. And friends come first. Because I truly believe if we can create a friendship, a real friendship, then that our bond can't be broken by nothing. Nobody outside, nobody inside, nobody can't come for you. Like y'all know, nobody can't come for y'all. Just like nobody can't come for me without one of us saying something. That's my thinking of when I hear both of these. It's like, okay, soulmate, this and that. It's like, so I would ask a married couple, are you marrying your soulmate, your life partner, or your best friend? And which one is more important?
I have a question, and I was reading there was a question in the comments too, and it says, what if you think it's your soulmate? What if you do think somebody is your soulmate and they don't realize, they're trying to get away? Like, what if you feel like y'all are supposed to be soulmates, you just feel it, but they're not, they don't feel like y'all are soulmates, like they don't believe in the soulmate type of deal. Does that make sense? Like do you feel, if you think that that's your soulmate, how do you get the other person to understand and know that they're your soulmate?
I mean, well, I would say that's where communication come in. Because I know sometimes, and Tiffany tell me all the time, I'm oblivious when women be like, they flirt with me. I don't be thinking about that. I'll be in a whole nother world. So I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. Like, boy, she just really flirted with you. I'm like, well, I didn't notice it. What'd you say?
You oblivious?
Yeah, I'm totally oblivious. But y'all so good at pointing out, you, Frankie, Kiki, whatever.
Bree, so many others.
Whatever. But I mean, to answer your question, I would say communicate it to me, because I might not think you like me like that. I mean, I may think we cool and we doing this and we doing that, but it's like if you say you call me or text me and I'm hearing you all in your feelings, and it's like, okay, but I didn't know you like me like that. Or or we talking and you said, hey, I'm not looking for no relationship like that, or I'm not ready for that. Okay, cool. But then my thing is, when you make the determination that you ready, now I'm supposed to be ready. Nah, that don't work. It don't happen when you want it.
So
go ahead.
So your answer basically is patience and communication. That's how you get the other person to understand that y'all are possibly soulmates. Because there are some people that just don't believe in the whole soulmate thing.
Right.
And it's just like, they just don't believe in it, but then y'all are, everything that the soulmate's supposed to be is there. Y'all have that relationship, and then you go and say, well, you're my soulmate. And they're like, we're not soulmate. Like, that doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So like, how do you deal with that? Do you just continue doing what you're doing, or do you just, go with the flow of the relationship? Do you, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you handle that? It's not expectation.
I would say Charles can, he the other dude on here, so he can say, I would say some dudes think sometimes it's just too good to be true. It's just like, man, and that could deal with a whole lot of hurt. That could deal with a lot of, being defeated or a lot of rejection. So then it's like, you come out the blue and be like, well, I want to be with you. What? When this happens? Like, when you gonna tell me when it happened? So when you had this thought? But so because my thing is, if you say it's what it is, this is what it is. Right. J.A. say if you can't go forward, it can't go forward if you are worried about how your mate can elevate you. Both of us want to elevate the other person. He says they just asking you to play their favorite song, bro. You know what? I can't stand you, bro. I can't stand you, bro. So when we about to exit, I want to ask this question. Y'all don't have to answer it, but just think about it. Charles, even think about it in your relationship, but change the words around, okay? So, married, engaged men or women, what did your wife / husband now, fiance, do different from the other woman you dated that made you realize she was the one? I just want y'all to think about this. Because there's something the other person is doing to make you realize they the one. And as we end the show, you know how we do. It's the last word. I like to make people think. It's something to think about. Like, what did that other person do? What did this person do that no other woman did to get your attention like this? Because there's one, maybe two, but there's one person. So, as you know how we do it, we do it at the end of every show, the last word. Dr. B, give us your last word, love.
Oh, y'all pray for me. That's it. Because my school and education kicking my butt. Going back to work is kicking my butt now. But for real, I'm excited. I'm concerned with all the, COVID stuff still kind of lingering. Kids coming back, we're having these gaps in education and all this stuff. It's about to be an exciting but also stressful time. And so my prayers are going out to all the parents, all the kids, all the staff, all the educators, all of them, all of us going back. And just pray for us. And thank y'all for always being there, having my back. I'm gonna tell you what, I almost didn't make it on the show today, but I said I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and I appreciate y'all.
It's all good. I told you don't have to go through it alone unless you want to. And if you do, you ain't gonna say nothing. You just when you done bumping your head against the wall, call somebody.
Yes, sir. Protecting my peace. There
you go. There you go. Tiffany E, aka Hey Ladies.
Just keep growing and glowing. Forget all the BS. Charles.
Caesar.
Well, this show, y'all, let's do a conversation for real. I don't know if this answers your question, Greg, but I think for me, what really helped was learning your love language. That really, really helps when you really find your soulmate. That's a big part of it. And when you know they love language and they know your love language, it makes it easier. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Love y'all. Good night. Peace.
Well, look, man, we always appreciate everyone. This is your first time. Don't let it be your last time. Make sure you share. Make sure you get involved in the conversation. Appreciate this JH, Miss Kim caked up. Of course, WAP is on. Can't wait to get it with them this weekend for the back to school drive. That's going to be exciting. Of course, Hey Ladies is always on Saturday. Look, man, I live by two mantras. Faith and fear cannot dwell in the same place. And while you're on this side till you get to the other side, remember to love, live, laugh. And I also want to let you know this, man. Whether you're looking for your soulmate, whether you're looking for your life partner, the first thing I would tell you, if both of y'all are looking for God, you're on the right track. Because I believe that a woman that has put herself in God and a man is looking for God, he'll find you. Just my thought, my theory. Other than that, man, look, let y'all know we're not gonna compete with Monday Night Football. I'm just not gonna do it. So I get with the crew. We'll figure out what day that we're gonna dial down, and we'll definitely let you know. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we have a couple of live shows coming up, a lot of stuff in the works. There's a women's conference with WAP and the First Lady. So be on the lookout for those flyers. But we thank you for joining us on Mondays and Wednesdays, how we do it at 8 p.m. Good content, good context. And yes, Kim Caked Up, I will make sure I'll work it out where you can actually start calling in. Now, I'm scared, but I'm going to do it anyway. But other than that, matter of fact, Kim, the next show we have, I'm going to give you the Zoom. I'm going to let you be on the show. That's what I'm going to do. So, Kim, that's how we going to do that, because I want to make sure they see you, because she's a beautiful lady inside and out. And I have grown to watch her and love her. So, a lot of wisdom. And I don't know. I haven't met her face to face, but when I tell you we have a connection, love of the life. Other than that, man, y'all have a good night. Have a good hump day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you back again right here on Monday for the full 180.
Hey, Dallas Cowboys play tomorrow.
Man, I want to see that. I want to hear all that, bro. I do not want to hear that. I'm going to leave y'all with this Anita Baker, man. You know, y'all got that same old love.
Some made us love, and some made us sad. We used to break up to make up. Child upon that girl, upon those love games. Oh, when I think I need someone new, child, it just won't be. Because I think about you, baby, from beginning to 365 days of the year. I want your same old love, baby. Yes, you. All I wanna do, share my life with you. I want your same old love, darling. There's a reason that I feel this way. But the things you do, sure it might be the things that you say. Your love never changes. It's like a picture in the frame. It never remains the same. You're a nice love for me, baby, keeps me strong. Keeps me holding on from beginning to 365 days of the year. I want the same old love, darling. Just you, all I wanna do, share my nights with you. I want the same old love, baby.
It's official. 1, 2, 3. We're here for a particular reason.
Time to put the kids to bed.
And that reason is...
It's time for the full 180.